Ja. Oh, ja.
We're two city-raised millennials who traded concrete for 17 acres of land in the deep forests of western Sweden, all in pursuit of financial freedom and a more self-sufficient way of life.
With no road access to our land, we're learning to make the most of the resources around us as we build our homestead from the ground up.
We're growing food, foraging and fishing, learning every step of the way. Because the catch is, we've never built, grown our own food or even touched a chainsaw before.
Skål.
Every step of this build has made us say, this has to be the hardest part yet. But being complete beginners with the fear of heights really made the roof the most challenging work for us so far.
First up is to pick up the roof sheets. Tore is here today to lend us an extra pair of hands and a trailer, and we're incredibly grateful for the help.
Ja du, det är väl en stackare tandmark. Grymt! De två första? Ja. Så. Vad ska vi göra, Tore?
Vi ska flytta plåt.
Ja.
Ja.
Jo.
Jo, lyfta.
Jo, nu kör vi.
2. Så.
Ja. Nu går det fort.
Går det för fort?
Ibland, men det gör inget.
While the guys continue carrying the sheets, I'll prepare some food.
Ja. Snyggt. Grymt, Tore. Jag tror att det var sparvugglan vi hade där. Eller så var det bara astma. Hon ringde och sa att det var mat. Ja. Ja, en till sån gran med mycket kåda till vänster.
Vesen i barren.
Det är dags för den då.
Bye bye.
Ja. Där är hon. Kocken.
Kallbars.
Man får ju alltid med lite extra krydda. Alltså det är bara att ta med handen annars.
Här var ett. Och det är smör på köttet.
Vad heter han?
Han heter Karl-Erik som sa så. Min morfar.
Är det total inzoomning eller?
Nej då.
A huge thank you to Toda for all the help. The cabin is finally getting a roof, assuming we can figure out how to get these metal sheets up there.
If the first sheet is installed crooked, all the remaining sheets will follow the same misalignment, and the problem will become more noticeable the further we go. By attaching a string line to each end of the roof, we create a straight reference line to work from, which should help us avoid this issue.
Figuring out the best technique to solve this safely wasn't too easy. We decided to try out using the improvised push tool again, that we made earlier to lift the roof trusses into place.
We put the sheet down for a while to give some extra thought to whether this approach was even reasonable, but we decided to give it one last try.
Is this the safest way to haul sheet metal onto a roof? Probably not, but it was the best solution we had.
We built a temporary stop to hold the sheet metal in place while I climbed up to secure it, and it turned out to be an incredibly useful little tool. To adjust the sheet's height, we simply loosen a few screws on the support board and tap it into position.
Det är hela asken där. Wow, jag fick i en skruv.
Svinbra ju!
Ja. Så akta på dig, akta på dig.
Där ja!
Nej, den sitter fast nu. Du kan inte...
Så halt. Ja. Kör. Där ja. Spring. Gör det. I had a hard time with these self-drilling screws, so I ended up pre-drilling every hole, and that was totally worth it.
The rain makes everything dangerously slippery. Today it got so slick that we had no choice but to call it quits and come back tomorrow. Frustrating but necessary.
What we thought would finish during the winter quickly stretched into spring. And spring has really delivered its typical weather around here. Strong winds, rain, hail and sunshine, all changing within minutes.
Då gör vi så här att jag tar tag i det här. Och när jag räknar till 3 så springer du. 1, 2, 3. Bra älskling.
With full-time jobs, we can only work on the property during evenings and weekends. For weeks on end, the sun would shine all day while we were at work, only for rain and hail to pour down the moment we finally had time off.
Eventually, we had to give up trying to keep the roofing membrane and battens dry, and just tear off the tarp and push on regardless of the weather. At this point, all we can do is put our heads down and push through so we can get it finished.
1, 2, 3, spring! Snyggt! Oj. Yes! Snyggt kast! Ett, två, tre. Jajamän!
Most of the first half of the roof is now installed, and we're ready to move on to the next section. But first, a quick fishing break.
Ja, skrämde vi en gädda. Stod precis där. Ja, oj oj oj. Det är många smågäddor så de gör sig nog redo för leken. Ligger stiver. Tack. Ja! Nej! Jag fastnade i trädet. Det var en där. En liten. Så. Vi släpper tillbaka den så får den leka. Det är bra. Tack.
Vänta. Åh! Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
have to admit I was probably overly nervous about this part of the build. But there's something about having a massive sheet of metal hovering at eye level a few meters above you that makes panic start to creep in.
1, 2, 3, spring!
Ja. Om du bara trycker det utåt.
Utåt?
Ja. Så. Och så släpper du.
Ta det lugnt. Snabbt på sidan om du behöver.
Jajamän. 1, 2, 3, spring! Jajamän, tackar.
Ett, två, tre, spring! Perfekt!
I'm using a type of lap screw. It's a bit shorter because it's designed to screw two pieces of metal together. My problem is that I don't seem to get much grip. If I'm not careful, the screw just spins around and makes the hole even bigger. I'm not entirely sure if I'm using them correctly, or maybe it's because we bought the cheapest ones we can find. Maybe someone with experience can explain it to us in the comments. I'm getting to the point where I just want to finish the roof. Maybe I'm slapping these sheets on a bit too eagerly, just hoping that they will stay weather tight.
Tre. Ja. Ska vi se.
Even cutting the metal sheets neatly proved harder than we expected. Buying the cheapest tools we can find has a way of coming back to bite us more often than not.
But this time we can't blame the tools. This is definitely a skill issue. But still, after a while, I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Nice! Vad snyggt det blev. Alright, we finally got the last piece up, and now we have a roof. Now there are only the barge board and the gutters left, which we'll tackle later on. Now we just have to wait for a real downpour and see if everything stays watertight.
As always, thank you for being part of this wild journey with us. Your support means more than you know, and we hope your spring has been treating you well so far. See you soon.
Yes!